here, Crane, was you witnessed a bunch of coaches here, people you don't know yet, right? Get a standing ovation for doing what? Did any of these guys do a 360 windmill on the goal here? Anybody do they were setting up for a badminton tournament here. Anybody do a great badminton serve here and spike and we're going to cheer? Anybody do anything great? Guess not, really. Well, see, that's what we got to understand right here, right now. You see, these men here have left their families and their kids, people they love dearly, even their kids in their own school programs that they coach, to come here to do what? Yeah, to coach you, right? Is that a great thing? They didn't come here to get rich, man. Believe me. All right? They came here to serve you. So my question to you is this, right? And everybody else, you get called out. Sorry, it's not an offense, but I get called anybody else that said the same thing. Why are you here? To get better. How many guys here to get better? Oh, the hands go up, really? Well, let's define that real quickly, because as a coach, and these coaches here, our job is to get you better. So let's define what that looks like, Nadima. What does that look like? What does better look like? Can you give me something as a coach, something tangible that better looks like that I have to get you to as a coach to get you better? Improve on your skills. So let's be more specific. So what skills do you got to improve upon? Okay, footwork, right? So if we get you better at footwork, you're now better. Is that a fair assessment? So what type of footwork? All of it? Okay, just random. So how does that help me as a coach? I'm just going to go out and we're going to do jump rope drills for 3 hours straight tonight. Is that going to get you better where you want to be? It's going to make you compete. By jumping rope, you're going to want to compete. Really? You sure about that? What does better look like? What's your last name? Is it your last name? You're a quarterback or receiver? Quarterback. Paint a picture of greatness for me at a quarterback level. Where do we need to take you? What did we have 2 nights ago, or was it just last night? What did we have in Chicago here? The NFL draft, right? Is that a level of greatness? If we got you good enough these next 3 days, and gave you tools, gave you secrets of the game of football as it relates to quarterback, and you go out and kill it this next year, and eventually one day you're on that stage with Roger Goodell announcing your name, and you get drafted in the first round, pick, NFL quarterback, are you now great? Is that a level of greatness? Is that better? Have you gotten better if you've done that? Yeah. Okay, so now that helps me, all right? So now all we have to do is get everyone here drafted in the first round, and we're now better, right? No? Well, we got to define better. Let's start, before we get to the NFL, let's just start being the starter for our high school program. How many of you guys are the starting quarterback in your school? You're the starter. No competition. You're the guy. How many guys started last year? How many guys were the starting quarterback last year in the program? Okay. So you're already there, right? So that's not going to work for us these next 3 days because you're already the guy, right? So where do we have to take you? We have to get you good enough. Where do we have to take you to be better? Improve your skills, right? And what is the goal? I need goals, man. I got to get you better at skills, right, to get you to another place. So what's the next place after a starter? Where do we got to go? Where do we got to go? What's the next level? College, right? I got to get you a college scholarship, right? How many guys want to play college football? Oh, really? We'll talk about that more in a minute. But if we get you a college scholarship, have we now crossed the finish line of greatness? So you now better? You are? So we're good. We can just cash our chips in. We can just kick back, just enjoy those 4 years of school, and we're done, right? Now, where do we got to go next? Where do we got to go? Who's the best college player in all of football? Heisman Trophy, right? We got to win you the Heisman Trophy. If we don't, we haven't gotten better, right? So if we get you the Heisman, get you good enough, and you work your butt off, and you can get the Heisman Trophy, have we now arrived? We have? You see how quiet it is in here? I mean, like nobody wants to answer anything because as soon as we try to lay out the roadmap for greatness, you guys don't have a clue of where it's going. You don't have a clue where to get there. You can't even tell me what better is, right? Yeah? That's what we got to define this before we hit the field, right? Or otherwise, we're going to go work and do a lot of reps for 3 hours, and we're like, wow, I'm tired, but I really don't know why, right? Right? So we get you the Heisman Trophy, then what do we have to do? Where do we have to go? Huh? We got to win a championship, man. You got to win a college championship, right? I mean, you can't get drafted in the NFL if you don't win a championship. Jameis Winston, right? Won a Heisman Trophy, won a national championship 2 years ago, and he was just drafted in the first round, right? All right. So we get drafted in the first round, we arrive, right? Has Jameis Winston arrived? Can he just sit back and cash in all the millions and just take it easy? Buy a beach house in Tampa? Right? Eat some crab legs? Hey, we're all good, right? Huh? He had a picture of him eating some crab legs, right? Hey. We've arrived, right? No, what does he have to do? He has to prove all the naysayers wrong, right? A lot of people are saying he ain't going to make it, so he has to go get better, right? So now, what do we define his greatness by now? At what point is he going to be better now? What does he got to do? He's got to win a Super Bowl, right? You see where this is going? And if we win a Super Bowl, have we now arrived as a great quarterback? Are we now better? You start to figure it out now, right? All right, what we got to do now? Huh? Well, we got to do what? We got to go to the Hall of Fame, but we got to be a Super Bowl MVP first, right? And then, if we're not the MVP, we got to go back to another Super Bowl and try to have a good game to get the MVP. And then maybe if we put a few Super Bowls together, then we got to get what? Hall of Fame, right? So who's the greatest quarterback of all time in the Hall of Fame? Who?
Joe Montana.
Oh, really? How many people think Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback in the Hall of Fame? We're probably people are going to argue against that, right? Some people might say it's John Elway, Johnny Unitas. I mean, there's all kinds of quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame. How do we determine who the greatest of all time is? Huh? Statistics, right? We got to look at the numbers. How many Super Bowls they've had, how many passing yards, how many touchdown to interception ratio, right? So we have to define it by numbers. And then we might come to a conclusion, but not everybody's going to agree on it. You understand what I'm saying? Our playing days are over, though. We can't go back out. We can't take Joe Montana versus Johnny Unitas, right? They're two different areas. Can't do it. So at the end of the day, when our careers are over, how do we know if we've gotten better, right? I mean, that's what we got to define right now. How do we know if we've gotten to where we need to be? There's the roadmap right there. What if we don't get a college scholarship? Have we failed? We haven't. Well, people would say you have if you define your greatness by that. We asked you how many guys want to play college football. You know, there's a statistic I want to share with you right now, just to paint the picture of what you're up against. Every year, there's about 320,000 graduating seniors that play high school football. You know how many of those guys earn college scholarships? You know how many college scholarships are available from the Division III all the way up to the BCS Division I level for those 320,000 football players? Okay, 20,000. Okay, my math major's in here. 20,000 divided by 320 is about 0.06, which is 6% of you in this room will go on to play college football. Now that is all positions of the game. So how many quarterbacks are in here? Okay? How many quarterbacks can be on the field at one time? Just one. So really for a quarterback, it's about less than 1% of you in here will go on to play college football. So who's that going to be, Crane? You a receiver or a quarterback? Okay? Is that going to be you? Really? You got to beat all these guys. You got to be better than all these guys. And even that, the statistics say you might not make it. Less than 1%. That's greatness. That's the level of greatness. If you look at the best businesses in the world, the best teams, the best families, really the ones that are the best are about 1%. So what defines those 1%? How do we get to 1%? How do we get there? How do we become great? That's the question, man, you've got to answer right now. We asked you why you're here, Meeks, or is it Myers? Myers back there? Why are you here? You said to get better, right? But what does better look like, Engel? It's kind of a blurry picture, right? Because there's always another what? Level. It never ends. You know, and this is the problem, okay, with playing a sport. And this is something I struggle with when I play. How do we become great? Well, what do we have to do? We have to score touchdowns, right? You know, I got to get stats, right? I got to have great passing yards, receiving yards. I got to have stars, man. I got to get rated by rivals. If I don't, I'm not going to be great, right? If I'm a 3-star, I want to be a 4-star, right? I got to have great talent, speed. I got to be faster than all these guys. I got to throw farther. I got to do all these things. I got to have measurables that show that I'm better than you, Eagle. Because we're vying for the same position. I want to get that college scholarship, and you want it too, but there's only 1% of us in here that are going to get it. Right? So what are we going to do to measure all these things? Twitter followers, right? I mean, I was on Twitter, right? I mean, you compare with your friends. Oh, he has 400 followers. I only have 250. Man, I'm not great. I got to get more followers, right? Here's what we need, all right? Here's what I want you to understand before we hit the field, right? If you define your greatness or better by a destination, whether it's a starting position, a college scholarship, understand you will never arrive at that destination. You're going to get there and you're going to be like, oh no. Now there's another level. I had the fortune and opportunity to coach at a program in Oklahoma. I'm an offensive coordinator there, and we just won our 3rd state championship in a row. And after we won the 3rd state championship, it was a last-second play. We weren't supposed to win. We weren't supposed to win. Last second, unbelievable play, man. We're bumping chests, high-fiving. It's the greatest feeling ever. And then the next morning we wake up, and you know what happened when I woke up the next morning? Did I have the same feeling of exuberance and excitement that next morning? Why? Because I looked in the mirror, you know what I realized, Eagle? Oh man, now I gotta do it what? Now I gotta do it again. And if we don't, we fail, we're not better. And it never ends. And see, how many of you guys struggle with that same thing? You might have a great game. You guys are starters, right? Okay, you might have a great game, throw 2-3 touchdowns on a Friday night, and then you open the paper, see your name in there, see you get on the internet, see all the article about you, see your picture, whatever the case may be, and then you realize, oh no, now I got to do better the next week, and if I don't, I'm a failure. And so you judge yourself and how good you are by statistics, by numbers, right? That's how we define who we are. But it never